Hi folks, welcome to Pearce Farms. As you can see, it's just a little, probably 2 acres right here.
Yeah.
Who says farms have to be hundreds of acres? They can be, if you want to consider them a farm, about an acre, as little as an acre.
Yeah, now, a lot of people would consider a farm, from my ankle, sorry folks, to be more like that. Yes, that is considered a farm. That's his granny's property. It's got 4 ponds and it's about 40 acres? 43 acres.
43
but
and a half acres to be
it's
exact.
it's a little farm. That chicken house was up and running about 30 years ago.
No, well,
That's when it started
7, 8
running.
years ago, maybe 9 now.
When it stopped running, but when it was running, it's considered a little chicken
House.
farm. Yeah, it's a little chicken house. That's a 300-footer. Of course, they don't accept those
Anymore.
Nope. Before those, they had something called pole houses.
Yep. Got a lot of chickens out of them.
Yeah, he worked for Tyson's.
And Georgia's processing.
It's about 7, 8 years ago.
More than that now.
About 12, 13 years ago. How long?
About 8.
About 8, 9 years ago. If y'all was eating Tyson chicken, most likely he caught it. And then if y'all was eating the Cornish game hens,
I caught them too.
he packaged them.
Yep.
So thank him for that. And for a while, Georgia's processing, but they pretty much treated him bad there.
Probably, hopefully in a couple years, if everything works out right, it might be before then. We're going to get some of them portable buildings and have it stuck, put up here on top of this pad right here.
From Outback Barn, aka Ledbetter. We're going to get a lofted barn cabin.
And we're going to do something unique. It's going to have that fiberglass insulation between the studs. We're going to take that painter's plastic, put it over top of that, and what's called radiant barrier over top of that.
Speaking of that, we got that painter's plastic coming in the mail.
And a new staple gun and
5,000 staples.
5,000 staples.
And we do have some roach stuff. I mean, we do have a little bit of roaches because my grandfather brought us a few bags of shirts and there were some roaches in there.
That we didn't know about.
And now we got roaches. But we got some stuff coming in the mail, some bait stations, some hotels, and some paste.
Hopefully that takes care of them. If y'all folks have any ideas how to get rid of them.
Except exterminators, because those are expensive.
Exterminators, which is expensive. And we want to do it as cheaply as possible.
Oh,
we
yeah.
tried the baking soda and sugar.
It's working a little.
It's working very, very little.
Boric acid's working very little.
Exactly.
But right now, we cannot sleep without our bedside lamp on. Because the last couple times I slept with it off, I woke up with a roach in my ear. Thank God I was able to jar my head enough to the side. You know, I was jarring it like this, but, you know, going down. And it popped right out, luckily.
Hopefully this weekend we can borrow a weed eater and do some weed eating around here.
And that second one, it took a little bit. You know. But luckily this guy's a little backwoods doctor in this area. He had a neighbor back in the day, had a brown recluse spider bite
on his ankle, and I treated that and
lanced it, poured peroxide and alcohol in it, and it was gone within a few days. I had an ant bite right on my arm. Pretty big one. He just put camp fuel on it and bam, it was gone.
Within 5 minutes.
So yeah.
Hopefully, if everything works out right, we're going to get us a couple more deep cycle batteries, and we'll show how I'm hooking them up.
Yeah, we'll talk about our chickens and what y'all can do to get started with them, but that's going to be a different
video.
Yeah.
It'll probably be a quick video on that. Next year we're going to get more chicks.
See, that chicken house, that was the medication house too, where they mixed up all the medications and stuff. But then they switched to just having it in there, so it made it easier, so that just became storage. But that's pretty well falling down as well. We're not living
plus it's
in
a lot
it.
Smaller than this.
You know, I take it over there, but I don't want to chomp through all that tall grass. I'm just wearing Crocs. But the wall that you can't see right now, the back wall's got a giant hole right in the middle of it.
Yep.
But the guy who hit our camper sent a message to a lot of people out there. You know, if y'all want to, if y'all have kids, let them know. Don't ever do drugs and drive.
Exactly.
That's what the man did. It's just as bad as drinking and driving.
Oh, yeah, we may not want to be on video.
There's a truck coming. I don't know. It's not Kyle. Anyway,
No.
the guy does currently have a warrant. He's about 5'6", 5'7". He's pretty slender. He does got a little bit of a beer gut going on. He's fair skin, red hair, green eyes. His name's Stephen Lee Cox. And you'll know him when you see him. He's also got red beard.
Well, he may not. We don't know.
But we don't know. He may shave it. Like I said, may shave it, may not. Because he told people he hit a tree, and other people he hit a bridge. You know, and that's just not. If anybody sees him or knows his whereabouts, please give your local authorities a call. Because they destroyed our lives. We were in that camper when that happened.
It was a pretty hefty hit.
And it was a 1970s model Skyline Nomad, and that's pretty much what's left of it. There's a single Savage Dad, but that's a piece of the siding, and this piece of the siding and some other junk come from it, and you know, that's what's left. Of course, we give the trailer away. It just didn't need it anymore. We just didn't want to sit there and have to keep
looking at it.
I mean, we're living in that work shed. His dad built it about 35, 36 years ago. No? Less than that. More than that. About 32, 33 years ago. He was about 7, 8 years old pushing a full-size wheelbarrow full of concrete already made up.
Back then, I was pretty scrawny.
Yeah, he was. I mean, he was scrawny. He was scrawny.
About 5 years old, I was carrying chunks of firewood bigger than I was.
Yeah. But that's made out of wooden pallets, and the doors is sheet metal and what kind of iron? Channel iron. Now his Uncle Dean on his mom's side built this picnic table. It may not look like much, but it's got a lot of sentimental value because that uncle has passed away.
That was now probably about 30 years old.
And his Uncle Dean passed away quite a few years ago, and that uncle meant a lot to him. The carpenter. Now his mom designed that well house, but his uncle built it. A decent little well house. It might not look like you can really get into it, but you can. And of course you got to bend down. That's our car. If anybody knows a good mechanic that works on transmissions, because we've got a leak. If it leaks out as quick as we could put it in. And that's a 98 Buick LeSabre. So everybody knows, anybody can work on that at a good price, because I am on disability, and a lot of y'all will know how that goes. I guess that's it. Oh, tractor tracks. That's tractor tracks. Uh-oh. A little blurry. Sorry, folks. Camera went out of
focus.
If you'll stand still, it will focus.
And now, folks, we're just time to use our...
Well, hold on. It's trying to get back in focus. It's not focused. It's blurry.
Right now, folks, we're having to deal with our...
Sorry about that. Sometimes the camera will...
On our phone.
This is a phone camera, so sometimes it blurs out of focus. But now you got all that there now. I don't know what else to say, I guess.
Like I said, eventually we're going to have a ton of solar and a couple of wind turbines. So I think we're going to really have on it. Hopefully we just have our house totally off, being tied into the grid. I think we'll have on grid is our well house and everything. Yep. That'd just be too much power.
And on these panels, my husband here will tell you, never go over $1 a watt.
And also do your research on them. Watch other YouTube channels. They'll tell you the same thing. Try to get them for less than $1 a watt.
And no of the flexible.
The flexibles have about half the lifespan
that these do. So the flexibles are pretty much
junk. What I was told. And also about the Harbor Freight ones, they may last a few years. You might get them for a good deal. Please don't go with them. Sometimes
a good deal's not worth it. That was him.
Folks.
Excuse him. He just broke wind.
And we will
that
be doing some cooking demonstrations
our
on our grill.
It's a expert grill. No, it's a professional grill, actually. Char griller / smoker. Yes, I bought it for him. He's lucky. He's lucky. We have been grilling lately, but we've been using hickory instead of charcoal because we don't have it. And that's empty, so we've been using something called pine knot.
Yep.
That's actually one of our good buddy's nicknames, too, because he is a logger and he logs pines. So, if anybody have, any lumber, timber that needs to go, that's Kyle Daniels Logging. And his number is 216-5005. It's okay. He's one of the best loggers around here. And he can really use the timber and really use the money from it.
If he can get on the ground, if it's raining, he won't be able to get out there on the ground because it's really not good to be doing any logging while it's raining or real muddy.
If anybody has any timber they need to get down, give that number.
In this area.
Give that number a call. It's in the Polk County, Arkansas area, but he's willing to go just about anywhere within reason to make himself some money. He's fairly cheap too, so he'll give you a good deal. It's windy. We do get a lot of wind in this area.
At times.
Especially during thunderstorms. Gee. But right now the wind's probably about what? About 10 miles an hour maybe?
Probably.
Maybe about 10, 15 miles an hour right now.
It's had an acorn drop and tough for a chicken pen.
Yep. And the community we're in is called Acorn. I know it's spelled acorn, but it's pronounced
Acorn.
Acorn. I guess that's it.
The other day, folks, I checked our
chickens.
Charging controller. We had a little over 10 amps coming in.
Oh, you might want to tell about that. If it's a day like this where it's cloudy.
Might get a couple of amps coming in with just a few panels.
Oh, yeah. Just a couple of days ago, it was just raining like crazy. We was only getting about 2 to 3 tenths
of an amp
because of how dark it was. It depends on the weather. If you get good sun, you might get up to 10 amps.
Or more. All depends on how much solar you got coming in.
If it's a day like this, might not get as much.
That's true. And we'll probably have a few camp cookout. Have a little bonfire.
Yeah, he's a camper, a hunter. He's just pure country. He actually does a little bit of everything. He does a little bit of electricity, a little bit of carpentry, plumbing, a little bit of everything.
Yep. Can't do as much as I used to.
A little bit of mechanics. He just doesn't know anything about transmissions because the school he went to didn't teach it because it was just a vocational school, so it pretty much taught the basics. Like he was packing a wheel bearing by hand and his instructor didn't even know what he was doing.
That's true. So you go to them older school mechanics actually know what they're doing. You see them packing a wheel bearing by hand? That's good. They take a new wheel bearing, drop it in the container, put the cap in there, take it to the vise. And you can see the difference between.
Tell them what your instructor said when you saw you packing it.
Do it now?
Tell him what your instructor said when he saw you packing it by hand.
He asked me what I was doing. I told him I'm packing a wheel bearing. He looked at me and said, I never seen or even heard of it being done that way. I was thinking, what? And I was thinking to myself, what? An ASC certified mechanic? Never even heard of it done by hand? Oh, something up. But 6-month course, I was out there in 5 months, folks.
I'm surprised he didn't make you teach the class.
That's a shocker, but he was having me do more stuff. Me not been there as long as some of the other students that are longer than me.
Your dad taught you a lot, didn't he?
Yes, he did. They had a school truck there's a Dodge Ram. When my old, I think it was an '89 model. The wiring harness caught fire. It took me, I want to say, 2 days to splice all them wires back together, one wire at a time.
Well, hey, you want to show them the charge controller? See how many amps we're getting in right now? In this kind of weather? I'm not, that's why I'm up. Yeah, he wired that up. That's our security light. He wired that up. But, of course, that's not wired to solar. Neither is that. That's electricity. But you got the fans for solar, you know.
Right now,
Our
we're
dog.
running 2 amps, which ain't too awful bad. Our battery is, hang on, cycle back through it.
4 out of 5 bars full.
13 amps. We have had it all the way up here in black. And
that's our puppy.
Yeah. Little varmint.
16-minute video already.
Oh, wow.
That's our charge controller, or inverter to amp peak. That's a E solar, I think that's it.
Yeah, I think it's, yeah.
E solar.
They can handle on, of course, we just got it
Deep
wired
cycle.
up on 12-volt system right now.
There we go.
And this right here.
Yeah. Oh, tell the difference between 12-volt system and 24-volt.
It ain't that much difference.
But it's just
24 volts is a little more efficient.
A little more of a headache to set up.
A little bit more of a headache to set up than it is having 12 volt. But if you have your system, like this, on a 12 volt system, we handle up to 900 watts solar. And I forget offhand what it can handle on a 24 volt system.
We started earlier. Jeez.
I know.
It's in this video too.
Yeah.
Now these two are the little puppies, like we said earlier. Now, come here, people. Get on the bed. That's the mama. That's the mama. And no, she is not for sale. We're keeping her. She's. Now this over here. Oh, look, sorry, blurring again. Oh, blurring. There it goes. That's Fatty. She's my cute little Jack Russell. Speedball, stay. Good girl. Sorry. I'm sure what my husband's doing right now, but we might get demonetized.
Go get some more coffee.
Little not good there. Is that it?
Hang on a minute. I'll get some more coffee.
Yeah, some coffee. It's easy again. Puppy! Hey! Henri! You little Henri girl. Oh, the pups got out. That's the Speedballs. Y'all, he gets coffee. I'm going to go take you and show you the daddy. Let me walking. Walking Speedball. Goober. Anyway, my dogs are goobers. Meow, meow, meow. Come on, baby. Go show the daddy to the puppies. This is inside the chicken house. Let him come in here. He'll tell you some more about this chicken house. What did what went where. Tinker needs some water. This is the daddy. I know he don't look like the daddy, does he?
No, he don't.
But he is the daddy. His name's Stinker. Hi, Stinker Butt. He needs some water. But yeah, this is the inside. That up there, that's water lines. The nipple waters here and there and there and there. I don't know where the feed lines went.
They got sold.
Oh, feed lines got stolen.
Sold.
Sold. And right here, come on, baby. That's a brooder. Want to tell them what that did?
Help keep the chicken house.
It's propane brooder. That good size propane tank. All this hay is from the person that's renting it. But yeah, got a couple brooders. Got that fan up there and big fans on the side as part of the cooling
System.
and the curtains. I think weren't they automatic?
Yeah, they were selling a thermostat. They go up and down.
But they did have cranks or whatever you call them.
Winches on.
Winches on them just in case the automatic system didn't work, and that way they could raise them or
Lower them by hand.
manually. So you never want your chickens to get too hot or too
Cold.
cold because they can easily freeze to death and they can easily get heat stroke too. Now that's where they switched all the medications to.
All that stuff's gone now.
Where are all these pipes?
That's for the water coming in and run through filters and medicator and
You don't want this
foggers.
You don't want this big old thing to fall down on you.
This thing's a heck of a lot lighter than this door.
Yeah, it's the door.
And
that's her.
when you get a pup, when they're about 6 weeks old,
there you go.
You can put a collar on them and let them get used to having a collar on them.
Yeah, that's a square baler, and this is a bobcat machine thing. Anyway, I guess that's it.
Like I said, folks, I guess we'll talk to y'all later.
We'll try to do a live stream later this month. Good size Q&A. Please like, comment, and subscribe.
Right.
Bye.
Bye.